right, guys, our workout today is going to start off with a 5-minute running clock. There will be 5 movements, doing 1 minute on each of them. So the first one we have is a lateral leg swing. So obviously with this being 2 legs, we want to divide that minute into 30 seconds right and left. We then go into front and back leg swings, so same deal, 30 seconds on right and left. We'll then go into shoulder rocks, which we'll have a look at in a moment. We're going to go through a little bit of up dog to child's pose, so a little bit of yoga position sort of stuff there to free up the hips and the shoulders. Final one there is just basic warm-up stuff, and that's just running on the spot. So looking at those lateral leg swings, best thing you can do is grab onto something just for balance. You can do this sort of freeways if you want to, but better to just get some balance there. It's easier to go through a bit more consistently. So 1 or 2 hands on the wall. I like to get up onto the ball of my foot just to elevate a little bit, and then side to side. I'll do that for 30 seconds on one, 30 seconds on the other, so that'll make up my first minute. The second one is the same drill, but basically setting up so I can go front to back. So you notice as I do this, I'm resisting the urge to bend the leg. I'm trying to keep it nice and straight all the way through. Do both sides, so 30 seconds apiece. Okay, working through that, so that's my second minute. I then go to shoulder rock. So this one we're gonna set up like we're doing a crab walk on the ground. And what I'm gonna do is from here, I'm gonna tense my butt, bridge up high, tilt forward, rock back, and then relax it back down again. I'll just repeat that sequence. Just opening up through the shoulders, opening up through the hips there. So that's my third minute. Fourth minute, I go to that yoga setup. So from here, chest up, head up, big breath into the belly, and then I'm gonna hang back, dropping down, and I'll just go back and forth. You can spend 3 to 5 seconds in end range if you want to, but just going back and forth on those ones. The last minute we're gonna do is just running on the spot, so nothing to that one, just make sure the arms and legs are working in unison, and just nice, easy pace. Remember, it is just a warm-up. So that is the warm-up for the workout, guys. All right, guys, checking out the MOV workout now. This one is a 16-minute AMRAP. It is a triplet. Number sequence is nice and easy to remember. It's just 15s on each of them. The 3 movements we're gonna do are the floor press. We're gonna do a hang high pull, and then we're also gonna do a sit through as well. And those 3 movements will just be on repeat for the 16 minutes. Depending on what weight you have at home, that'll kind of dictate whether these are going to be unbroken sets, or if you've got heavier dumbbells or kettlebells, it might be broken up. So just as long as you're working hard with good form, try to juice as much intensity out of the workout as you can relative to the equipment that you have at home. So looking at the 3 movements, the floor press, we're going to set up our 5 points of contact. So feet are 1 and 2, hips are 3, shoulders are 4, and head is number 5, and they will stay on the ground at all times. So when I'm doing this movement, we don't want to see any craning up of the head or hips bridging or legs trying to get involved, anything like that. I want everything glued to the ground. Lock those shoulder blades back together so the chest is nice and high. And then from there, a light touch of the elbow or at least the tricep on the floor. Moving through those 15 floor presses. Make sure it's a nice controlled lockout at the top there. Now from there, we're going to move into the hang high pull. So with this one, we set up narrow stance. Dumbbells are going to run basically along my thighs like that, so reasonably narrow. Okay, I'm going to hinge just above the knee, and then as I extend, pulling up to collarbones. So it's a hang position, and the top is very similar to either like an upright row or a sumo deadlift high pull. It's that elbows up, collarbone peak position. Okay, so 15 of those. Once you're done with that, we're making some space and going into sit-through. So looking at bear crawl position. Knees are fairly close to the ground, and I'm going to allow my feet to pivot as I do this. So roll through, back to the middle, through, back to the middle. So if you watch my shoe, it's not going to stay stuck. It's going to turn. So the bottom here, it's actually pointing back behind me, and then it will turn back in again as I come up. So don't be stressed that it's an uneven number, and we'll turn one way one more time and we'll turn the other. You can even it out on the next round. It'll all work out in the end. So 15 on the press, 15 on the high pull, 15 on the sit-throughs, 16-minute AMRAP. That is your MOV workout.